This is my setup tour for 2024, but not only for 2024, it's also for my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. So many of you guys have been asking me to do a setup tour. Sorry if I sound like I have allergies going on because today's not been a kind day to my allergies. But I figured, for a year of being on YouTube, might as well do a little setup tour. So I'm giving you guys a quick glance over my setup right now. But I'm going to go more in depth with all of this because I know that you guys are probably going to have questions and I want to appease the tech nerds, so I'm not only going to be talking about the specs of everything, but I'm also going to maybe try and link as much stuff that I can if it's still available. But with that all out of the way, let's get into this tripod. Now, I'm not usually a YouTuber that films outside, but I can't say no to a good price. I paid like $5 for this at like a thrift store. It was a super good deal, and I've used this thing quite a bit for like family stuff. I used it today to shoot some video. I'll play that video right now. Super good tripod. I absolutely love it. Right here is my backpack setup. So this is what I take most of the time on the go. This usually never is here. This setup, it's literally always in my backpack. So we'll start over here. AirPod Pros Essential. These are actually a part of my main setup too, if you count that, because what I do is right now I'm actually doing this as well. If you see here, if I get it up with one hand, I'm listening to music. I am always listening to music while I record. That is a must. These are the headphones I use on the go. They are Sony XB900Ns. I really want to wait and get some Sony 1000 XM Mark Vs or whatever they're called. But these still work really good. They're just very bass heavy. They're very like bassy headphones. Then right here, I got my little tripod, the one I use when I'm like vlogging. I have vlogged in the past. I will actually, bro, wait. Oh, I thought I broke something. But yeah, anyways, this thing is super good to just hold like this, and I can be moving around like this with it. But yeah, it's a really good tripod. I just have to, it's actually a selfie stick, by the way. This is my mom's old one. She's like, you can have it if I can get it down, bro. Jeez. Okay, bruh, you're just gonna watch me play with this. Okay, but yeah, really good stick. Also, something about me is I keep literally a lot of the boxes that I have. This was from my Surface Pro purchase. Obviously, I don't have it anymore, but yeah, I keep some of the boxes I have out. I just figured I'd display that. Anyways, let's talk about this machine. Well, first off, yeah, Blue Yeti Nano. I got this for $50 at Target, and this usually retails for like $109 new. Heck of a steal. Works great in my on-the-go setup. It sounds similar to my Blue Yeti right here, but it is very small and it can fit in my travel bag very well. And I've used this thing a couple times, just, on and off, but once I start traveling more and more, this will become an essential. Now, let's get into the cool things here. So this is just a Surface mouse. If you're curious, I've used it like twice. But this is my MacBook Pro M2. So I've had this thing for about 9 months now. If you're curious, I've already made a video on this playing Minecraft on it, but for those who didn't see that video, it is the M2 variant of the MacBook Pro. It has the touch bar right here. It has the glorious, I can get in right there, the touch bar. And basically what you can do is you can do functions like play music. Like right now I have Spotify up, and what am I doing here, bro? What am I doing? But anyways, you got Spotify controls right here, so I can adjust the brightness. This isn't for Spotify, I think this is just a Mac thing. And I can adjust the volume, so I have my AirPod, or that's the brightness again, bro. I'm having to see this through a camera, so bear with me. But yeah, I can adjust the volume all the way down, all the way up, blasting. And then I can do Siri, but I'm not gonna. And then, yeah, this is widgets. This thing is super nice. I paid like $12.50 for it compared to like $14.99 new. Got a little hub here thing for it. It has like Ethernet, VGA, HDMI, 3 of those, or 3 SBs, I think they're 3.0s, and then SD and micro SD. So it's very cool. But the thing that has delayed this setup tour for so long, and it's because I've wanted one of these forever, is an iPad Pro. Now, technically, I had a Surface Pro like 2 weeks ago. Let me explain. So that Surface Pro, I returned it. It had terrible battery life. It was basically like a griddle. It served as a griddle, like you could cook an egg on it. And the performance was extremely inconsistent. And I was just tired of dealing with that, so I bought myself an iPad Pro. I also have my my 1TB SanDisk SSD. This is just a portable SSD that is 1TB. It's an NVMe SSD, so it has a gig read and write. And with the Thunderbolt 4 port on this iPad, it means it can fully harness this, and the cable's good enough too to harness that. So W purchase. But anyways, back to this iPad. It is literally the exact same spec as my MacBook. No lie. This thing has the M2 chip with 8-core CPU, 10-core GPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 512 gig SSD. Call me crazy, but my parents actually helped me into buying this. I was just gonna buy the M1 iPad Pro because, you know, M1's still crazy good, but, you know, they helped me out with buying this. But now, let's get into this setup that is turned off. Gosh dang it. There we go. That's where these went. I was looking for these. These are my JLab headphones. These things, you literally never have to charge them. I've charged them 3 times in owning them, and I've owned them for over 2 years. These are just my backup pair of headphones. Nothing crazy. Keycap puller, nothing crazy. Let's get into this monstrosity. So starting off with these monitors. This one, and that one. These are all Walmart monitors, believe it or not. So this one in the middle here is 27 inches. It's got the, like, slightest curve to it. Literally, the slightest curve. And it's 27 inches, 1440p, 165 hertz. And these two right here are 24 inches, and they're 165 hertz, 1080p. And these monitors have been great. This is the one I've owned the longest. I've had it ever since Christmas of 2021, so almost 3 years this Christmas, and I guarantee you I'll never replace it until it, like, the screen or something breaks. But since it's not my main monitor, I don't really see that happening. I bought this one on Black Friday. It was literally $99. I can't stress how much of a good deal this was for me. $99 for any monitor is good, but for a 1080p 165 hertz monitor, it is literally, I don't think you will find a better deal. And some people got them for $79 open box, which is just insane to me. These monitors are great. I love them. There's $350 literally for the entire array here. It's amazing. And my dog is barking. What the heck? One respects being a YouTuber in this house. It's very setup tour. So right here is a C920 webcam. I've had it for like 4 years. My uncle gave it to me, and he just never asked for it back. It's literally been sitting up there for so long. But anyways, it's a 1080p webcam. It's not great, but it works good for like mouse cam videos. Where it needs to, absolutely just bare minimum, whatever, it works. It just works. Like, it's all I need. Then we have the Razer Gigantus V2 XXL mousepad. This thing is not too expensive. I got it for like 25 bucks from my favorite place, Walmart. And oh my gosh, I can't do anything. It does glide pretty well. Very smooth glide with my Model O with the PTFE feet. By the way, I have Model O wireless for peripherals. We got ourselves here. I'm gonna move this mic away. Oh, mic arm as well. This mic arm along with this mic's pretty good, but I'll talk about that. I just want to say Knox here, mic arm. Super convenient actually being able to just do that, but I do want to get another one because these ones have been unreliable to me. All the same brands make them, it's just some make them better than others. This one's been pretty good, but I really just want to get a different one because this one feels like it's on its last legs. But anyways, and then here's probably one of my crown jewels of thrifting right here. The Keychron K10 here with Gateron G Pro brown switches. Now, if I can do this right here, get that in there. Come on. Okay, there we go. It's got Gateron Pro Browns, and they sound amazing. Listen. Man, that space bar, it sounds so heavy, bro. This thing, it was $42 the day I bought it, but it was half price day that day. And I can't see that, but it was half price the day I bought it, so I got it for like 20 bucks, and this keyboard is $100. It's wireless too, by the way. It's got this stuff on the side here. It can work with my Mac. This is the keyboard I do take on the go. I used to have, let me see if I can find it. This is the V3 Mini. I used to use this all the time in my old videos. It's actually the first keyboard I used on this channel, and everyone freaking complained because it was so loud. One dude even said for me to buy a new keyboard, and I'm gonna pop this comment up because it's one of the most hilarious comebacks I've ever made. He's like, oh, you should get a new keyboard, and I was like, PayPal me, bro. Just literally, if you want to help this problem, you better start supporting the cause, bro. You better start this. But I have the Model O wireless. I'm using my left hand for this. Actually, let me switch hands real quick. Thank you. Anyways, this is a super good mouse. I can butterfly click both sides with it, jitter click, normal click. And then I have the charging cable. This is the one that came in the box. I can literally, if I do this with both model wired while it charges. And the thing is too, this mouse cable is really light. It's as light as the one on the wires themselves. So it's literally no hard. Sometimes I forget to unplug this cable because I don't even realize it's there. But usually most of the time I do, by the way. But if you don't, I mean, it's still just as good. And this thing's light. It's like 69 grams. Haha, funny. The new kids on the block. I used to use the CoolerMaster MH670s. Oh, I just lost the dongle. Anyways, I used to use the CoolerMaster MH670s. These were great because they fit my fat, humongous ears. But they broke. They stopped charging, and because, you know, I wanted these headphones to work, they didn't work, so I had to replace them. I was like, I feel like, you know, if I'm at my setup, I just as well should go wired. And these were where I landed. A lot of content creators use the Baradynamic DT990 Pros, and I don't have a Scarlett Solo yet, but that's just because I still use a USB mic of the Yeti. But once I get an XLR mic, I'm 100% going to see what these sound like. My headphone jack on my PC up here powers them just fine. So, and then I use this app here. Sorry about that. I use this app on my PC here called Voice Meter, and I have it set to like 12 decibel count. That's kind of crazy, but these things are actually really quiet, along with every other XLR slash I forget what the term is for these headphones, but it's a power term where if they don't have enough power, they just sound really quiet. But these things are amazing. They're 250 ohms. I forgot what that means. Actually, I'm not a huge audio person or headphone person. Listen, if it sounds good enough, it's good enough for me. And these things sound amazing. They're great for editing. They're great for mixing sounds, and they're great for just listening into. They are $170 though, so they're right about priced with a lot of other gaming headphones. Plus, you can replace parts on these. That's why I wanted them so bad, is because I can fix, like, if let's say this cable goes bad, I can replace them. The ear cups, you can replace them. The headband feels surprisingly good for looking kind of like not that good. It's got clips up here. See, but like this one up here, can't replace it. This one up here, you can replace it, and that's the cool part about these, is you can replace them, and yeah, it's all that. Also, I forgot to mention, why do I have a baby toy on my desk? My friend got me this. I think it was for Christmas? Yeah, Christmas. And she's like, oh, this would be hilarious to get. Yeah, I've just kept it on my desk. I haven't given it a name, but that thing has been there for a long time. Then I have my Echo Dot 5 here. I barely use this thing. It's not even connected to the internet. That's how much I just don't use it. I like to listen to my music in headphones a lot, and I like the lossless audio you get from headphones, especially open back headphones, which these are. And I just don't have a reason to, because it interferes with the audio, it interferes with everything, so it doesn't make sense. Also, I do have the pencil sharpener that you see in all the schools, just every single one of them, and I've only had to empty this thing one time, and I've got a massive freaking cup of pencils here. But I know what you guys are all here for. You're here to see what this PC that's been powering the channel of Bruno's son is, but I just want to show you something really cool. Boy, if you're a nerd, you better click off this video, because I do not cable manage. I don't see the point in cable managing. Yes, it's a pain in the rear end, but at the same time, if you cable manage, you have to put in about the same amount of work to dismantle this, and I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't. Let's go over the mics. Also, I forgot to mention I got this own triple arm monitor mount. Got that for Christmas. It's like 130 bucks. But let's talk about this, the Blue Yeti microphone. This thing I got at like Christmas 2022, so it's approaching that 2-year age mark. But it is great. I do have the original stand, but I have the mic arm. My only gripe with the Yeti is because it is such an old microphone, it uses the mini USB interface, so it kind of sucks, but I gotta plug this back in now. I can't really see, but it uses that mini USB, which does kind of kill it, but then again, for a 10-year-old microphone, especially a USB mic, this thing is really what everyone starts out with, and then they go to like a SM7B, and that's what I'm planning on doing, is if I can get an SM7B in the future, maybe. But yeah, I tried making this thing sound better, but because I yell a lot, it doesn't really help anything, so I have to keep it basically bare on stock most of the time. I don't mind. This thing is a great mic. This arm is a great arm. It's by Nox Gear. I do have a shock mount, but like I said before, I really could not get it mounted that well, or I scream a lot, but I also couldn't get it mounted that well. This is the clamp that it uses. This is a really good and sturdy clamp. My desk would fall apart before that thing fell apart for real, bro. Let's talk about this monstrosity. So I bought it 2 years ago. Today is 4/24/24. So, hold on, I gotta sneeze. But back to this PC. I upgraded from that PC, which I'll actually give the specs as well. Oh, by the way, video coming out on this soon. I'm comparing my old setup to my new setup. But anyways, to this PC. So I bought it on 4/30/22. It has a 12700 KF, an RTX 3080. It has an AIO, but the AIO does not have a RGB, so you can't really see it. It's got, so originally it came with 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte SSD. The SSD they put in there was an ADATA drive, and if you're a PC nerd, you would know that's probably the worst thing you could do, because these ADATA drives, they just suck. They have the worst reliability ever. But it's also got 3 fans right there. I don't care if you see my face. Anyways, but I upgraded the RAM originally to 32, filling all 4 RAM slots. Then I upgraded the 64 gigabytes, not gigabytes, gigabytes of RAM this Christmas. And then I upgraded from 1 terabyte SSD to 2 terabytes here, and then they made me a drive back, so I have an additional 1 terabyte, and I needed to transfer that over because I had to freaking, for all you people thinking I have the cleanest like desk setup, or just this part right here being clean, all this junk was on this desk. Like, some of it was, but here it is right here. I need to convert my PC's drive, but I'm just too lazy to do it. Yeah, it has like two terabyte drives right here, so one here, one here. You see those red SATA cables, and then it has the SSD one here and one here, and then the power supply I believe is a 750 watt bronze rated power supply. I haven't really checked. I just saw that on the website and saw people complaining that had the 12900K and 3090 builds that it had that 750 watt power supply for that, which is not enough headroom for a 3090 build. I bought this thing for like $2,000, and that was back when 3080s were going for like $1,300. So this build was very fairly priced, and I just snatched it up. I was gonna get the 12700F 3070 variant of this build, but my dad was just tired of going to the Best Buy, not in our city. We had to drive like 70 miles to Best Buy, and we had to do that 2 times. I bought one CyberPower PC, the Windows install was busted, so we took it back, and then we bought another one. That one had crashing issues with both the CPU and GPU, took it back. I was gonna switch to IBuyPower, but get the one I mentioned before. They had this one in stock, we took it, and that's where I came from. This is an Optiplex 5040. I haven't seen this thing in years, bro. Well, I have, I just haven't played with it in years, but yeah, look at that, that's cool. I got this little power strip down here too, but I don't plug my PC into it. Anyways, this has an i5 6500, 32 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, a GTX 1050 Ti, and a 1 terabyte Crucial SSD. If you want to see some videos of this thing in action, go check out my channel, Feagle Gamer. That's where I used to use that PC for a long time, and actually that was right around the time when I got into Bridges, when I upgraded to that PC, like when I got Master's Edition. But this PC did carry, and it is partially of the reason why Bruno Sun exists today, and I have my old keyboard there for it to plug into. But anyways, this PC is very sentimental to me, and it actually gets used at my local church all the time. Still to this day is our streaming PC. We just need to get a DSLR camera for it. But this PC has done mountains of favors for me, and I absolutely love it. And I was an Optiplex kid too, so I can random radio on my desk. I do a lot of radio work, but I don't ever do it while I'm recording. But this just lives on my desk for like 6 months. And there's my cable shelf. I have them all in boxes. My mom did that for me. She was tired of looking at them. I did have them in those totes, or whatever you want to call them, before that. But there's just all sorts of different cables that a tech nerd like me would want or need. Probably too many of them, actually, but still, I have a lot of them in there for whatever reason. I got Lego sets and school, blah, blah. More crap down here as a PC nerd. You always got to keep your extra PC right here. This is not even a gaming PC. It's just Celeron HP. Then you got just random crap down here. Oh my gosh. Bruh. Okay. You just got random crap like a bar, a mic, a french fry holder, just whatever kind of crap you can think of. I don't use this mini fridge, and I honestly should, but I don't. I really don't. It's a Frigidaire. It's like 50 bucks from Walmart. I behind that monitor there, I have my original ring light. It was a USB ring light, and then I bought it at like Staples a few years ago, and it was like 30 bucks. It was not that good, but then this is the guy she tells you not to worry about. But yeah, this ring light is a lot better, and oh my gosh, I got it for the same price as that USB one. And actually, let me plug it in. This is my room with the lights turned off. Dang, that's bright. Wait, why is this sticking out here? Let me just put this back in there really quick. What? Okay, hold on. Just get in there. All right. But anyways, that is the setup tour. So I hope this is what y'all are looking forward to. I mean, I'll give you one last good look over of everything. The only thing I didn't really mention is my lazy boy office chair that I'm kind of sitting in right now. So it is comfortable. I could literally fall asleep in the chair. But anyways, that's my entire setup tour. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. And GG on 1 year. And there's a lot more content coming. Just trust me. But yeah, see you guys later.